Unfortunately for Sydney Sweeney, the internet is forever, and the old tweets that she had liked about Tom Holland have been dug up. There have been lots of blinds about these two over the years, saying that Sydney Sweeney did not like Zendaya, she was trash-talking her. Now, part of that reasoning is people believe that Sydney Sweeney wants Zendaya's man, she wants Tom Holland. So I went digging and I found the tweets for you. This was back in 2021. Mind you, Zendaya and Tom started officially dating in 2021. He was coming to visit her regularly on set, on Euphoria set. So Sydney knew he was there to see Zendaya. She was allegedly on Twitter liking tweets about it. And when that's your coworker's man that you see him coming to see her every day on set, I think that's a little crazy.
Things on the Euphoria set are getting out of control. Insiders are spilling that Zendaya is seriously fed up with Sydney Sweeney, like totally done. She's reportedly refusing to do joint interviews or even share a single red carpet moment with her. Zendaya doesn't want any connection to Sydney right now, period. It's not just about Sydney's endless controversies either. Word is, Sydney's been getting a little too comfortable around Zendaya's fiancé, Tom Holland, and that's where the real tension exploded. People close to production say Zendaya drew the line quick. Executives are freaking out behind the scenes because Zendaya is making it crystal clear she wants nothing to do with Sydney at the moment. And honestly, who can blame her? Still, the situation's getting tricky since both actresses are basically the faces of Euphoria's success. The good news is the season's already wrapped, so at least they won't have to fake smiles on set. But the bad news? Promo season's right around the corner, and without Zendaya front and center, things could spiral fast. Even though fans will definitely tune in no matter what, word from the inside says Zendaya's avoiding anything that ties her to Sydney during the rollout of season 3. But apparently, this beef goes way deeper than Sydney's public messes. Rumor has it Sydney's been way too flirty with Tom Holland, and that's not sitting right with Zendaya at all, especially since that's her man.
I feel like we just need Spider-Man to come in and save the day. East Highland's up.
A crossover episode.
Yeah, crossover. Euphoria meets the MCU.
I don't know how Disney would feel about that, but yeah.
One insider even spilled that Sydney once joked about boosting her career by being playful around Tom. Zendaya? Not laughing one bit. That kind of comment reportedly made things super awkward on set, and now everyone's walking on eggshells. This drama's spreading fast, and sources claim Zendaya just wants her professional space drama-free. No personal chaos, no mixed signals, no distractions. Everyone who's worked with Zendaya knows exactly how she moves. Calm, polished, and totally in control. She's all about professionalism, so there's no way she's letting any outside drama mess with her image or her career. Before we shift the spotlight toward Tom Holland, insiders pointed out a few things that have been haunting Sydney Sweeney's reputation for a while. It all started back in 2022 with that wild family party for Sydney's mom, the one that went viral for its Make 60 Great Again theme. Yeah, that instantly sent social media into chaos. People were debating what it even meant, wondering why anyone would throw a birthday bash that looked like a political campaign event. The photos from that night had fans arguing nonstop, some defending it as just a joke, others calling it tone deaf. It was a total online storm. And then came the soap fiasco, where Sydney literally made a bar of soap using her own used bath water. That move had the internet losing its mind. People were joking, arguing, and honestly just shocked, asking who on earth would actually buy something like that. Social media was flooded with memes, and everyone wanted to know if anyone actually purchased it, and if so, what the review looked like. That stunt had the whole internet in a chokehold for weeks, but it didn't stop there. There was also that American Eagle ad backlash where fans felt she looked disconnected from her usual image. And recently, rumors started spinning about her being romantically linked to Scooter Braun, a name that gets plenty of side eyes in Hollywood. So when Zendaya decides to keep her distance, it's not about throwing shade, it's about protecting her peace and keeping her brand spotless. She knows how fast one messy connection can spiral. Still, things got way more heated once fans began whispering about Sydney showing too much interest in Tom Holland. Nothing's been confirmed, but that rumor just won't die online. People keep claiming they've seen leaks showing Sydney getting overly friendly with Tom, and some say that's exactly why Zendaya pulled back from her. But again, no verified proof, just endless gossip from people who swear they saw it unfold in real time. One fan even said Sydney liked a few tweets about Tom that gave off flirty energy, and this was after Tom and Zendaya were officially back together. The timing didn't go unnoticed, and people definitely caught the vibe. The rest of the Euphoria cast just sat there stone-faced while Sydney laughed and said, "We really need Spider-Man to come in and save the day." East Highland style, maybe a crossover episode. Euphoria meets the MCU. The whole thing felt so awkward that fans couldn't believe what they were hearing. People online were instantly like, did she seriously just say that? The tension in that room could have been cut with a knife. That clip went viral in minutes, blowing up across TikTok, Reddit, and every gossip page you can think of. And that's exactly why this situation just keeps circling back. In Hollywood, image is everything. Stars spend years building spotless reputations, and one awkward moment can send it all tumbling. Every word, every look, every like on social media gets torn apart by fans trying to figure out what's real and what's pure gossip. If regular people got this kind of attention, they'd never survive the heat. But since these are celebrities, every tiny thing gets blown up like it's proof of some secret feud. And now, online detectives swear they've got receipts showing Sydney liking posts about Tom Holland, which only poured more gasoline on the fire. Fans were saying if they were Zendaya, they wouldn't trust their fiancé alone in a room with Sydney, not even for 5 minutes. And honestly, that opinion spread fast. Tons of women online were agreeing, saying Zendaya's reaction made total sense. One Reddit user even came with what they called receipts, claiming Sydney had been liking thirst tweets about Tom while he was literally visiting the Euphoria Season 2 set to support Zendaya. They even dropped screenshots from X, formerly Twitter, showing Sydney liking a tweet that read, "Okay, but Tom Holland is so damn fine." And according to that same user, there were several more just like it. People started saying Sydney was leaving little hints, trying to show she found Tom attractive, and that rumor just wouldn't die. It kept spinning and making Zendaya look even more distant toward her co-star. Then came the so-called blind item that got everyone buzzing again. It hinted that the super thin actress and the illiterate actress had a major fallout, and that they wouldn't be doing press together for their hit cable show. Fans instantly connected the dots, convinced it was about Zendaya and Sydney refusing to appear side by side anymore. The theory spread everywhere, especially since it lined up perfectly with all the whispers about Zendaya skipping joint promo events. And even though people keep saying they're tired of hearing about that old American Eagle ad mess, it's still following Sydney around like a shadow. Every time her name trends, the same controversies pop right back up, and it's making Hollywood insiders wonder if this tension will ever really fade away. Sydney finally spoke out publicly about everything, and just like that, the whole topic exploded back into the spotlight. Her comments reignited every rumor, every headline, and every bit of tension people thought had cooled off. And honestly, that might explain why more celebs have quietly started keeping their distance from her lately. Not because they dislike her, but because nobody in Hollywood wants chaos tied to their name. One wrong association can ruin an entire brand overnight. Between that viral blind item and all the new interviews floating around, reports say Zendaya and Sydney's friendship is basically done. Insiders claim Zendaya doesn't even want to stand next to her anymore. It's reached the point where every appearance or event becomes a guessing game. Will Zendaya show up if Sydney's there? And of course, the whispers about Sydney showing interest in Tom Holland were more than enough to make anyone step back. Fans online keep saying they'd react the exact same way if it were them. But what's wild is this tension didn't suddenly pop up in 2025. Fans who follow Hollywood blind items say this beef has been simmering for years. Some of those old blinds go way back, hinting that Zendaya and Sydney have been clashing ever since Euphoria started. One blind from 2022 described the illiterate actress, clearly referring to Sydney, who's often known for her daring roles, teaming up with the meme actor, said to be Timothée Chalamet, against the one-name actress, Zendaya. That blind alone had people speculating that something deeper was going on behind the scenes. Then another blind from April 2024 dropped more fuel into the mix. It mentioned how the illiterate actress was confidently telling everyone Euphoria was absolutely coming back, while the one-name actress said she wasn't sure. Fans instantly picked up on that, guessing the two weren't even communicating properly behind the scenes anymore. The tension was getting harder to ignore. By September 2024, things escalated again when producers reportedly decided to bump up Sydney's paycheck. And that's when the dynamic really shifted. New blinds claimed she started taking over every meeting, talking nonstop about her character's storyline, and demanding a bigger spotlight in the upcoming season. People in the room allegedly noticed how her energy changed, saying it looked like she was trying to dominate the whole production. Naturally, that only fueled more talk about her ongoing friction with Zendaya. Then came November 2024, the moment everything hit peak drama. Another blind surfaced, saying Zendaya made sure paparazzi caught her out and about with none other than her superhero fiancé, Tom Holland. Right when the behind-the-scenes rumors were blowing up, fans immediately took it as Zendaya sending a message loud and clear, like she was saying, "Yeah, my relationship's solid, don't get it twisted." The timing couldn't have been more perfect or more suspicious. People online went wild, claiming it was a calculated move to shut down the gossip once and for all. According to that blind, the illiterate actress and the one-name actress just couldn't move past their tension, and insiders were saying their ongoing animosity was starting to affect Euphoria's progress itself. The drama might not just be on screen anymore, it's spilling straight into real life. Just a couple months ago, fans were holding out hope for another season of Euphoria, but now, sources say that dream is slipping away fast, at least with the current cast lineup. And honestly, people can't stop wondering if Zendaya and Sydney's feud is one of the main reasons Season 3 has been dragging on for so long. The tension behind the scenes sounds way heavier than anyone expected. Then things really blew up when Zendaya reportedly clapped back after creator Sam Levinson tried to shift the blame for the delays onto her. Insiders claim she wasn't having any of that. Zendaya supposedly made it crystal clear she wasn't the one slowing things down, saying something like she's actually been free for years and definitely hasn't been holding up production. She even admitted she hasn't been on set in almost 2 years, saying she feels a little rusty and wonders if jumping back into the show would even feel the same anymore. That statement shook fans. Like, is she hinting she's done with Euphoria for good? Meanwhile, people close to Sam Levinson were allegedly trying to flip the story. His team was pushing the idea that Zendaya was the reason for all the production chaos, not him. They were painting her as the one holding everything up, and that narrative only made the gossip spiral even harder. Insiders also spilled that Zendaya's once tight friendship with Sam had totally cooled off. The distance between them supposedly hit a point where he started resenting her, and the vibe completely changed. Those who've worked around them said their dynamic used to be all creative fire, building Euphoria together, breaking boundaries, winning awards, and redefining what a teen drama could be. But now, that spark seems gone. The energy that once made seasons 1 and 2 so unforgettable might not be there anymore, and that's got people seriously worried about the future of the show. To make things worse, Rolling Stone dropped a report that turned the internet upside down. It painted the Euphoria set as a toxic environment, long, grueling hours, stressful working conditions, and behind-the-scenes chaos that made cast and crew feel burned out. Fans were shocked, realizing the show that once felt like a creative powerhouse might actually be falling apart from the inside. Ever since those reports came out, everything looks different. People aren't seeing Euphoria as the same groundbreaking masterpiece anymore. Now it's starting to feel like a cautionary tale about what happens when fame, pressure, and egos collide. And honestly, no one can blame Zendaya for feeling done with all the mess. She's one of the biggest stars in Hollywood right now. She doesn't need to sit through endless behind-the-scenes drama just to keep a show afloat. Insiders say she's focusing on projects that feel more inspiring, healthier, and drama-free. Now insiders are whispering that Sam Levinson feels like he's the one who helped launch Zendaya into superstardom, while he's still stuck trying to hold Euphoria together under a spotlight that just keeps getting harsher every year. That kind of resentment doesn't just fade away quietly. It lingers, it builds, and it seeps into everything happening behind the scenes. And things only got worse for Sam after The Idol. That show, the one he co-created with The Weeknd, completely crashed and burned. The backlash was brutal. From the messy storyline to The Weeknd's awkward acting and the way Lily Rose Depp's character was directed, critics tore it apart. The whole thing turned into a PR nightmare that dragged Sam's name through the mud, leaving everyone questioning how he runs his sets. Not just The Idol, but every project he touches. People online said they still love The Weeknd's music, but even his biggest fans admitted his acting didn't land. That just made The Idol's downfall even messier. And word is, Zendaya wasn't happy about how Sam handled that whole project either. Insiders claim she thought it was a total disaster and didn't like the way the show represented women or creative boundaries. On Sam's side, though, he allegedly had his own complaints, mainly about Zendaya's career choices. Sources say Sam tried to pin some of Euphoria's long production delays on Zendaya's busy movie schedule, suggesting she was too focused on Hollywood films instead of the show. But let's be real, her film career has skyrocketed her to a whole new level. Zendaya's always been a powerhouse, but stepping into those blockbuster roles only made her bigger, stronger, and more respected in the industry. Fans agree she made the smart move. Why stay stuck in chaos when the world's offering you bigger, better things? No one can blame her for chasing projects that challenge her creatively and treat her right. She's leveling up, plain and simple. Meanwhile, Euphoria is still trying to figure itself out, and that's not on her. Switching gears for a second, there's at least one familiar face confirmed to return to Euphoria. Eric Dane, who plays Cal, is officially back. Even though he's been dealing with ALS, he's reportedly continuing his work on the show, and fans were genuinely surprised to hear he's still part of the main storyline. It's a tough condition, and people are sending him major support as he keeps pushing forward with filming. Many fans actually first learned about ALS years ago during the Ice Bucket Challenge. Remember that viral moment? It might feel old school now, but it really did raise massive awareness and helped millions understand the disease. Eric Dane's role as Cal, the father of Jacob Elordi's character Nate, has always been one of the show's most intense arcs. So hearing that he's returning despite everything shows serious dedication. It's one of the few bright spots in Euphoria's storm of behind-the-scenes drama. Cal is still a major part of the story. His twisted connections keep the drama alive, especially everything tied to Hunter Schafer's character. Eric Dane's performance gives the show that gritty edge fans can't forget. But behind all the fame and chaos, he's got a real story of his own. Eric's opened up about being a dad to 2 daughters, and hearing him talk about balancing filming with family life shows such a raw, human side to everything happening behind the camera. He's been incredibly open about his battle with ALS, saying he's fighting it with everything he's got. He's shared that his biggest dream is to watch his daughters grow up, to see them graduate, fall in love, get married, and maybe even have kids of their own one day. His words hit deep and remind everyone that beneath all the glitz of Hollywood, there are real people dealing with real struggles. Eric's strength and determination have inspired so many, and fans everywhere are rooting for him to keep fighting strong. Moments like that really put everything into perspective. All the behind-the-scenes feuds and celebrity drama suddenly feel so small compared to real-life battles like his. Life and health are serious, and it's touching to see so many people sending him love, support, and prayers while he continues to show up and give everything he's got. Now, swinging back to the Euphoria chaos, what do you think about all these reports? Do you believe the rumored feud between Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney is real, or is it all just exaggerated gossip? Do you think the distance between them could totally change the energy of Season 3? And with everything happening behind the scenes, will Euphoria ever feel the same again? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you think. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to stay in the loop with all the latest Hollywood tea, and share this video with someone who's obsessed with Euphoria. Your support means everything, and trust me, the next update is going to be even wilder. See you in the next video!